Hey guys, my name is Christina. I'm a homeschool mom to 3 and welcome back to our channel. Today I wanted to talk about why I choose to homeschool. I have 4 main reasons, 4 big reasons that I want to go over on why I'm homeschooling this year. Like I said in my previous videos, I did homeschool 2 years ago when my son was in 1st grade and my 2 little ones were much younger, so I wasn't really homeschooling them. The reasons why I want to homeschool, the first reason is I want to make sure they're getting a Christian education. I want to make sure that they're learning about God in all subjects, and I think I hit it right on the nail this time around, because with language arts, with handwriting, with science, and also with Bible, because it's a Bible curriculum. With those subjects, there's something that has to do with God in all those subjects right now. There's memory verses, there's hymns, there's just stories from the Bible, and all of those subjects that we're doing, and that's huge for me. I just want to make sure that they're hearing about God in all of their learning throughout the day. Also, a reason why I want them to get a Christian education, or how they can get that while I'm homeschooling them, is they have that Christian influence at home with me and my husband, and just the way that we do things at home. They can get that godly influence through everything that we do. And that's just something big that I want to make sure, not saying that the school systems are messed up at all, private schools or anything, but I just want to make sure what they're hearing throughout the day, it's godly. And I know the world outside is not all like that. I don't want to sugarcoat anything, but I want to make sure that they're fully prepared for when they go out into the world. The next reason why I chose to homeschool is that there's so much freedom. There's so much freedom. We live in New Jersey, so we actually have a lot of freedom right now when it comes to homeschooling. But I just like being able to do everything at the pace that each child needs to be taught. So if Kai is having a really easy time with math, we can move a little faster. Or if he's having a tough time with language arts, we can take our time. We can break up a lesson within 2 days, and that's okay. The one thing that's hard about sending them to school is that they are on this agenda. They're learning. Teachers have lesson plans. They have them made already. We're learning about this, and this throughout the whole week. And I know, because I did that for preschool. We had a lesson plan, and that's what we covered that week. So when it comes to bigger grades, like 3rd grade, my son's in now, if he's struggling with something, he's going to struggle to learn it, take a test, probably get a bad grade, and then we move on to the next thing. I just want to make sure that he's completely understanding everything that he's learning before we move on to the next thing, and we have that complete freedom to do that. Also, how I'm doing homeschool this time is year-round. So we were not going to take off in the summer. We're going to make sure that homeschool is just something that we always do. And if we have to go slower, we can work into the summer. Or if we can go faster, we can move on to the next grade. That's one thing that I'm really excited to do this year as well too, is if my son finishes a level or a grade in a certain subject, we'll just keep moving on. It's not that he's done with math for this year. We'll wait till September to start the new one. I just plan to keep it going, keep it moving constantly, because I want to make sure that school and life are just one thing. I don't want them separated. So the next thing about why I chose to homeschool is that I'm able to stay home right now. Right now, where we are in life, where God has us, is I'm able to be home. And if I'm able to be home, I want to be with my kids. That's like a huge thing for me. That's my last reason, actually. But I want to be home with my kids. This is something that I feel like God has called me to be, and that's a mother. And having my 3 boys, I just want to be with them. I want to be there. I want to teach them. I want to watch them grow up to be men of God, and I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I possibly can with the help of God to lead my children right to Him. So if I'm able to be home, I want to make sure that I'm with them. And also, I don't know, I'm just not that mom that's, not saying this is a bad thing at all, but I'm just not that mom that I have kids and I feel okay sending them to school for 8 hours a day and not being with them if I'm able to stay home. I feel like since this is where God has me, that I'm going to do my duty as being a mother and to teach my kids. And letting you know that this is why I choose to homeschool. Not saying anyone's wrong or any way isn't right. This is what works for me and my family. And then lastly, the last reason why I chose to homeschool is that I just want to be in the know with my kids. I want to know what they're learning. I want to know who's around them, who they're surrounding themselves with. I just want to be able to have that control over what they are doing and what they are learning. So I was working in a school with 2 of my kids, and I felt like I never saw them. I felt like this was their homework and I knew that they had to get this done, but I don't know what they're being taught. I'm not sitting there. I don't know exactly what's happening in the classrooms or out on the playground or in the lunchroom. And I'm not saying I want to isolate my kids from that. It's just I want to know what they're soaking up throughout their day. And like I said, since I'm able to be home, I want to be there to nurture them and to comfort them and to teach them. And that's like my biggest reason. I love being a mom, and this is just something that I want to do. I want to be with my kids so bad. And God has given us the opportunity to have me stay home and to be with my kids. So I want them to get that godly education. I want them to not feel rushed when it comes to their work. I want them to just know that this household, this unit that we have is the strongest thing that they need to hold on to as they grow up. Family is so important to me and my husband. And I just want to make sure that our family is strong and we grow up knowing that whatever is wrong in life, we can deal with that with our family. So those are just a few reasons why I choose to homeschool. Like I said, this is why we homeschool, not because if you're homeschooling, these need to be the reasons why. This is just what works out for me and my family. So we just got done week 2 with homeschool, and let me tell you, it is going amazing. I don't know what little point is different from this time last 2 years ago, but it is going great. I feel like the schedule we have right now is working well for all 3 of my kids. It's working great for my oldest son. He gets his work done. And I know it's in there because when we go back to, move forward to the next lesson, he's retaining all of that information that he's learning. And it's working out with my 2 little ones. Just the schedule I have with them. It's a repetition in the when we first start with our days of the week and all that morning stuff. And then it goes into centers and learning. And on my Instagram, I posted a picture yesterday and I said, learning doesn't stop at 10 o'clock in the morning when we're done all of our work. We continue to do things throughout the day that I know they are learning something, whether it's a life skill, whether it's their letters, math, they're learning something. And like I said, I don't want to separate school and life. I want to make sure that this is all one thing. We're learning while we're living, and we're living while we learn. So this is why I choose to homeschool. So my question for you guys is, why do you choose to homeschool? What brought you to this place in life where you wanted to be home with your kids and make sure they're getting a good education? So if you want to drop that answer in the comments and let me know, we can have a discussion about it. If you have any questions or anything else, my email and also my Instagram are down low. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm trying my best to keep up with my blog, which is also linked down low. All right, so enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next week on Monday. See you later.